Howdy YouTube world, welcome to episode number 2 of the podcast series starring the two returning people, Liam Omer, yours truly, and this is Jack, another car enthusiast. So we joined the quartet of podcasters. And today's episode we're going to be discussing our top project cars that we would like to do in the future. And we're just going to run through them, explain like what we would want to do to them, and the reason why we would choose them. So we're going to start off with Liam. What's your first project car?
So my first project car is an LS400, Lexus LS400. That's one of my favorite cars of all time, and that's my favorite sedan of all time. And I'd want to build one. I'd want to swap a manual into it and take it drifting. Think we'd make a great drift car. V8 rear-wheel drive.
Real expensive drift missile there.
It's okay. So they're pretty cheap.
So, I had the same LS400 as one of my options, but my plans were different, not to turn it into a drift car. I would moreover, I showed Peter this, but it's called the VIP cars, where they kind of lower the shit out of it, throw on some air suspension, put like custom seats in there, and make it look like a Rolls Royce. But they practically make any car look like a Rolls Royce, but you gotta spend a lot of money to do that. So that's what I would do with the LS400, just for like shows and stuff.
We're sticking with the trend of Japanese cars that are smaller. If you consider a project car, would choose a mid-2000s Honda S2000. Take like a kind of beaten up one, refurbish it, just redo like the entire interior, exterior, make it look all pretty. I don't know if I make it like a drift car, which is like a nice weekend driver more so to do, aside from the normal stuff. So that's what I would roll with.
Disrespect.
Driver car.
Alright, so one more Japanese car. I decided to go with the NA Miata, the one with the flip-up headlights.
Good choice.
Of course, because you can't have a Miata without giving the Miata wave to somebody.
It looks like a face.
It does. It looks like the happiest car. I've got a picture of it right here. It looks so nice. And I would turn it. I would want to make it a drift Miata.
Yeah. What else are you?
It's got an open diff. You just weld it, I guess.
All right. So my second project car would be a diesel Ford truck. An older 7.3. They were 94 to 2002 was the 7.3. I'd want to get a truck, build the motor. The 7.3 isn't known for being fast. In fact, it's known for being slow. So I'd want to build the motor a little so it's a little faster and have a nice tow truck. Nice tow anything. Have a nice truck. Roll some coal. Do some real.
Just have a button where you hit it.
Yeah.
The whole time.
Yep. Mm-hmm. That's it. Yep. Nice truck.
It's the dream.
So my number 2 was a RWV Porsche, which is like a wide body, slam to shit Porsche, and it's pretty much another modified car as well as the LS400, but it looks beautiful. It's these custom body kit. I'm pretty sure they're limited, and you gotta get it by I don't know exactly how it works, but it's very hard to get. So I've tried my best to get that.
Okay.
911.
Nice. Building off what Liam said with the Ford truck, you can see my Built Ford Tough hoodie. One truck that looks customized, my Ford hoodie. I love if you get an early 2000s Ford Excursion. I don't know if I would either want the big old V10 or the 7.3 liter Power Stroke. Just put a big ass lift kit on it, throw some giant mud tires on it,
Negative gas.
Yeah, get 2 miles per gallon, haul whatever I need to do, maybe cross I don't know, the Sahara on it. And just maybe black it out, or just I don't know, do a white out, blacked out windows and shit, but something really cool. Be 10 feet off the ground in an Excursion, have the body roll the boat, and I don't know, have a good time and pollute the atmosphere with those good old diesel fumes. So yeah, fun stuff.
I've got the Porsche 944 is my next pick.
Oh yeah.
Somebody in my neighborhood has one of those.
Turbo.
Yeah, I want to get turbo because I want some experience with turbos, and grabbing an old German turbo car I think would be fun. I know I'd get laughed out of every Porsche meet in the
The
United
poor man's
States.
Porsche.
It's a poor man's Porsche, but then again I'm a poor man, so
Works out.
the only problem I can see with these is that they've got instead of a traditional transmission mounted to the engine, they have a rear transaxle.
Yeah.
So
those cause problems.
yeah, that'd be hard to work on.
Yeah.
But I think I would just use it as a weekend driver. Honestly, I wouldn't want to do anything crazy with it.
So my last project car would be a Fox Body Mustang. Not the hatchbacks that were mostly made. There were a few coupes made. They're called the notchback ones. There's an actual traditional trunk instead of the hatch. I think they look a lot better. And I want to build that into not necessarily like just a drag car, but like a nice cruiser, something that makes good power and is fun to drive, really comfortable to drive, has like AC and a nice suspension. It's a nice cruiser, and then but it's also fast enough to go down the drag strip and have fun with.
Good old American muscle.
Yeah, American muscle.
So for another project car, I put the Nissan Skyline GTR R32, because I know you can legally import those now. So I just said get one of those imported, spend a shit ton of money to do that, and then just spend even more money just to modify the shit out of it. Yeah, but you know, I'd be the cool man on the block with the Skyline. You know, he wants to see those off.
Skylines are cool though, you know what I mean? It's like,
Yeah.
they got like a lot of characters
Yeah.
like an old Nissan.
Yeah, and I wouldn't use it as a daily driver because it would like all Skylines are right-hand drive. So yeah, you
That's
can't
fine.
really daily
I
it.
mean, the newer
Well,
ones.
you can, but you just gotta be good.
Yeah, exactly.
Go through the drive-through in one of those things.
Yeah, you gotta do it backwards.
Yeah.
I never
I've
thought
seen
about
someone
that.
do that.
I never thought about how you have to go through like a drive-through backwards.
Yeah.
You know JR Garage, dude?
He did that?
Yeah, he had a Skyline
Type
GTR.
two.
Yeah, don't
Yeah,
do
Dr.
it.
Green.
Yeah.
And I think Hoovie's Garage might have done it.
Probably did. No,
I wouldn't be
Probably
surprised.
done it. He's done just about everything.
Yeah.
He LS swapped the Porsche and then blew up the LS.
He blew up with LS.
He was so mad about it too.
Those things are cheap.
How to treat your car 101.
Yeah, I had to sink 17 grand to a Porsche and then ruined it.
Money.
And then he accidentally buys a new one.
I would love to tell you that I'm a rational human being and planned this purchase, but buying this car was actually a big accident.
So, for my final project car, I would absolutely love to restore either an old like 1970 Plymouth Barracuda or a Plymouth Roadrunner. Just take one that's been like disregarded or like in a garage for like 20 years or so. Completely redo the interior. Throw on a classic like 1970s like bright paint job. I'd love to find a Superbird, but I don't have like $200,000 to drop on that. And then just hear the sound of like a classic 70s V8 muscle car. It's unbeatable. And then Mopar was the king. Although I'm a Ford guy, Mopar is the king of muscle in my opinion. So it'd be awesome to have an old Plymouth from the 70s in my opinion.
My final project car is a FA RX-7 from Mazda. I would want to probably put like instead of the traditional two-rotor that it has from the factory, I would want to
Swap it like everyone else.
I would put, honestly, I might want to put like a 3 or 4 rotor in it. Because the thing I want to do with this is make it like a Grand Tourer car.
Oh, yeah.
Where like it like really wakes up when you get to like 800, like 80 miles an hour. I almost said 800. 80 miles an hour. I get this thing to 800 miles an hour. Man. No, but I want to make a car that like really wakes up around 80 miles an hour.
You gotta throw a plane engine in there if you want it to go 800.
Hey,
Who
it's
knows?
a project car. I wish they just weren't so, shitty engines.
Rotary engine.
Stupid wank.
You can fix it. It's a project car.
Yeah.
Swap it out.
Swap it. Yeah.
Alex swap it out.
Let's swap the world.
Alex swap everything.
And yeah, that'll do it for episode 2 of our podcast series. Stay tuned. There's a lot more to come. And thank you for watching. Peace.